Sidney St. James. Today, in Season 5, Episode 12. If there's ever an episode that you listen to in this particular season, so you want to be an author, this is probably the most important. I'm going to share with you today one of the biggest mistakes that I made, and it really did cost me going down the line. After I'd already published, I guess, a multitude of books, 12, 15 books, I first went, and I told you in an earlier broadcast, I first went with Amazon. Now, in my earlier career, I helped people write a business plan to help them start a business. And this goes all the way back into the late 80s and 90s and even up into the 2000s. Now, one of the things that I did, even at the onset of the internet, was help people get in the top 10 of a search engine. That was my specialty. Now, I have no idea how to get people in the top 10 other than learning all the different algorithms of all the different social networks. So I don't even try to get you into the top 10. But the one thing I found out in writing was when I first went with Amazon, I had a lot of folks that left reviews. Now that is the key in everything that I talked about to you since episode 1 all the way to the end of these broadcasts, because I think reviews are probably one of the most important aspects of getting people to buy your books. Now, if you read a lot and you go into the search engine and you type in paranormal romance, you're going to get a lot of books that will pop up under paranormal romance. But how are they lined up? If you happen to take a look at them, one has 5,000 reviews, one has 4,000 reviews. Now, if you've already published your book and you've done it with Amazon, you have 1 review or 2 reviews or maybe even 5 or 6 reviews. That has no weight. On that search engine, those books that have 5,000 reviews, you can't touch. Now, of course, it'll take you a long time to get those 5,000 reviews. Well, in my case, because I went with Amazon first, the number of reviews began to climb. I had hundreds of reviews, but never up to 5,000, at least not yet. But I had hundreds of reviews. But then I changed my business plan in midstream. I decided that what I needed to do was go with an aggregator. This is a company that will help me, as I've told you, get all my books published with anybody that sells books, be it ebooks, paperback books, or even by audiobooks. So when I left Amazon to do this, I had no clue at the time that I was going to lose all of my reviews and start all over again. Well, I did, because I felt this was the way to go. Forget about it and just go ahead. So I took all my books off of Amazon. I went with an aggregator. They put my books back on Amazon, but also, dozens of other people that sell books. Now, in so doing, I lost my reviews and I'm having to build my reviews again. That's why it's very important from the very beginning to think about what you're going to do. Are you going to go with the king of ebooks, or are you going to go with an aggregator? And to me, I think going with the aggregator is important, but do it from the beginning. Don't do like I did. Now, today, we're going to talk about reviews, and reviews. So, stick around, and I'll be right back, and we'll get into my story for today. And again, thanks for joining the Sidney St. James Show. Click on that notification button at the bottom. Go down there. Be sure to write a little comment of some sort. If you want me to talk about something else, I will. And be sure to hit that subscribe button. but I'll be right back with the rest of my story. Well, welcome back for the rest of my story. Now, let me ask you this. What are book reviews? A book review is a critic. It's a critical assess of a book. It usually includes a summary of the book's content, as well as the writer's opinion of the book. Now, book reviews can be found in newspapers, they can be found in magazines, they can be found online, but they are often written by professional book reviewers or e-book review services. But most of the reviews that are left are actually written by people who have read the book. Now, when writing a book review, it's important to remember that your goal, if you're writing the review, is to provide an objective assessment of the work. Now, what this means is that personal opinions should be avoided as much as possible. Instead, just focus on the book's merits and demerits. I'll give you a story. An English teacher one time wrote a review about one of my Texas history books. And they said, I messed up the tense, they gave me 1 star, and I did this and I did that. Well, at first, now this is in my early writing, at first I got very upset. How dare them leave a review so bad? But then I went back and I reviewed the book based on what they had said. And true enough, many times people get hung up on tenses and don't use tenses right. And that was his biggest argument. Well, did you know that I went back after that one review, even though I had a bunch of 4 and 5 star reviews, and I went back and re-edited all of my novels up to that point and fixed that tense. Now, is your review when you write it, is it informative? These are the types of things that should be addressed in a book review. It's also important to remember that a book review is not the same as a book report that you and I and many people have written in high school and even in college. It's not something that summarizes the plot of the work, whereas a book review offers a critical analysis of it. Therefore, when writing a book, that's my crazy computer making that ringing noise, but when writing a book, it's important to offer more than just a summary of the book's contents. Instead, focus on offering a thoughtful and insightful assessment of it. Now, why are they so doggone important? Writing and publishing a book is such an incredibly time-consuming challenge. You know that. I know that from the years of writing, the editing process and making book reports and going back and fixing the taglines in your books and so much more. That a book review readers leave to become the only remaining lifeline for you, the author. And a good book review can help book publishing services providers in expediting the sales of your book or help you in the marketing of your book. While a bad review can sometimes leave people not buying the book based on that bad review. So it's important to be sure when you're writing your book to do everything possible to fix the grammar in the book, to fix the tense in the book, and whatnot. Now, book reviews are often important for authors because they do provide that all-important feedback that tells us whether our books have connected with the readers or they have not. Now, good book reviews can help promote a book, and it can help encourage others to read it. While bad reviews might make people think twice about picking it up. But ultimately, both good and bad reviews, they're essential in helping authors like yourself, like me, to understand how their work is being received and where they can improve their writing. Book reviews for me, I love the 4 and 5 star book reviews I get, but I also take a very close look at the 1 stars because they help me write better. It helps me understand the reader's desires. And one of the main benefits of book reviews is that they help us to understand the desires of the readers. By reading the thoughts and opinions of others who have read the same book, we all can get a sense of what aspects of the story of writing style are resonating with the people and which ones are not. I wrote a Lincoln assassination series one time, and it got so many great reviews. And then I wrote a paranormal romance, and at first I had messed up a lot of things in the whole writing style of the book. I have since gone back and fixed it. This can help us to either adjust our own reading experience accordingly or to be more selective in our future book choices. But in either case, book reviews provide a valuable service in terms of helping to understand the reading taste of others. It also helps in increasing sales. And we write to have fun. I write to have fun, but I write to increase sales too. We all should. Making money helps pay for all these different programs that we've elected to pay a little extra for, such as me and Grammarly. I buy the best program from Grammarly because it's an editing program. Book reviews, book cover processing. I don't buy the greatest package, but I do spend money on the one that gives you a little more bells and whistles to help you look a little more professional. Now, book reviews are again important for a couple of reasons. They help increase those sales, and it gives potential buyers an idea of what the book is all about and whether or not it's worth their time and their money. Additionally, book reviews help us build a community around books, which can lead to more people buying and reading them. It's important to remember that not all reviews have to be positive. Earlier, I'm talking about how I love 4 and 5 star reviews, and yes, where I don't love 1 star, they help me. In fact, some of the most helpful reviews are ones that do point out our flaws in book writing. And this can help potential buyers make an informed decision about whether or not to buy your book or to buy my book. Now, overall, book reviews are a valuable tool for both authors and readers. They help increase sales and build a community, a wide community of people who love reading books. Book reviews help in engaging with the readers themselves, too. Book reviews have been around for centuries and are one of the oldest forms of literary criticism. Heck, if you go back into the 1800s and look at some of the books, they're doing book reviews. They provide a way for readers to engage with books and help other potential readers decide if it's a book is worth reading or not worth reading. Book reviews also offer authors feedback on their work, which can be helpful in improving their writing skills. Now, I mentioned that earlier. While there are many different ways to write a book review, all reviews should include the following basic information. Now, this is for people who want to write that review. It will help you write for other authors, to help other authors. Who wrote the book? What it's about? What you thought of it? And why others might want to read it. That helps. It helps in improving your writing skills as well. As an author, writing book reviews can help improve your writing skills. Reviews provide a constructive outlet for sharing your thoughts on books with other readers. And they can help you clarify your thoughts about the strengths and weaknesses of a book. Additionally, reviewing books can help you develop a better understanding of what makes a good book and what doesn't. All of this can ultimately help you become a better writer. So, if you're looking for a way to improve your writing, consider writing book reviews. It will help other authors, and those other authors will write reviews and help you. It could be just what you need to take your writing to the very next level. It helps in brand building. Now, talk about brand building, but when I started writing, we didn't have the internet. And then later on after the internet, we didn't have social networking. And now we have social networking, and now we have branding, and now we have influencers, and now we have algorithms, all of which we'll talk on a future episode, but not right now. But when an author publishes a book, they are essentially putting their work out there for the public to see and judge. A book review can make or break an author's career, and it's therefore very important for them to actively seek out reviews from credible sources. Many authors utilize online book review communities in order to build up a presence for their work. By having a steady stream of positive reviews on sites like Goodreads and Amazon, an author can establish their book as a quality product and build buzz for future releases. In addition, getting favorable reviews on these platforms can help an author's books rank higher in all the different search engines, making them more visible to potential readers. Thus, by writing honest and constructive book reviews, readers can not only help out their favorite authors, but also play a role in the development of the literary landscape as a whole. Lastly, the benefits of book reviews. Authors can benefit greatly from the book reviews in a few ways. First, reviews provide feedback that can help authors improve their writing. Second, reviews can help authors connect with new readers. And third and finally, reviews can help authors sell more books. They can provide feedback that can help authors improve their writing. If an author receives a negative review, they can use that to feedback to improve their own writing in the future. All in all, in closing today, I don't know how much I can really say the importance of book reviews are. I know that you either make your mind up at the very beginning, if you're going to become a writer and this is your first novel, do you go with Amazon or do you go with an aggregate, like in my case, draft to digital? Do you have someone else do the narration of your books? There's so many places that reviews come in. If you want to produce a paperback, a lot of people don't read ebooks. People I play with in pickleball, I asked them if they read my new book, and they said, "Oh, we don't read ebooks. We like the real stuff, the real paperback books." Well, guess what? All of my paperback books are available anywhere that you want to buy. Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Amazon, Kobo, Google Plays, Apple Books, and the rest of them just kind of escape me right now, but they can be bought everywhere. So reviews can come in to you, for you, through many different sources and retailers out there. But again, people look at what other people think about your book. Now, I'm using one company right now. They're called Booksprout. They're located up in somewhere in British Columbia somewhere. But I've watched them for quite some time to figure out, are they going to work or not? Now, I can't speak really highly of them yet because I'm trying to replace all my reviews that came on Amazon at the beginning now and get the reviews back onto my books. And so far, this company looks like it might be the best one. Now, the one thing that you have to do, you have to let your book be for free. So when you've written that book, don't think you're losing all the sales because you offer it for free, because you're not. Like I said, reviews are the most important thing. If somebody pulls your book up and you've got one review or two reviews, they're more likely going to look at the other one next to it that has 300 reviews or 400 reviews. That's just the way life is. This company will put your book in the hands of people that like to read and people that have already promised them that they'll leave a review for you. Now, a review might be a 1 or a 2 or a 5 star, but at least you will get reviews for your book. So, in closing today, I hope this gives you a little insight to the importance of reviews, and I hope that you'll subscribe to my channel, and down there, leave a comment if there's something that you would like me to talk about as far as how to become a published author. I'll be more than happy to look at it and do my best to put it on one of my future podcasts. So until then, as I always say to everyone, see you later, alligator.